The rolling hills of Powell Gardens are like an artist's palette. Here, talented people paint with flowers, plants, and trees. A chapel designed by a world-renowned architect provides a place of respite. Shimmering lakes, streams, and fountains invite us to relax to the sounds of flowing water. Kansas Cityans cherish Powell Gardens. In the past 30 years, millions of people have celebrated life here. Young and old come together for the holidays, weddings, and weekend fun. Every activity ties to our mission of inspiring appreciation for the Midwestern landscape and instilling knowledge about the importance of plants in our lives. Audra and Matt Kaczynski exchanged wedding vows in the Marjorie Powell Allen Chapel in 2014.
Audra had told me this was here, and I'm a Frank Lloyd Wright fan. Architecture in general, just anything, well, it's beautiful like this. And we came around the corner, I was like, oh, I am getting married in that. Just kind of just came out of my mouth. It was one of the, like, was that too soon?
Yeah.
It was good.
It was perfect. It was small but beautiful, and I mean, we didn't have to have a lot of decorations just because of the chapel is so beautiful by itself. We just got a couple of orchid plants. We put orchid plants in every other window and then on the front there, and
it's pretty much done.
Yeah,
that'll work.
It's a perfect getaway if you just have an hour or two to get away, get out of the city, and just relax. And it's where we love to escape.
Mm-hmm. And it's always going to be special now obviously for the wedding reasons and all that stuff, but it's special just for the sheer fact that it's just gorgeous out here.
We thank the descendants of Kansas City business leader George Powell Sr. for bringing Powell Gardens to life in the 1980s. George Powell Sr. acquired the tract of land that is now Powell Gardens in 1948. He, his family, and friends enjoyed many weekends on his farm. Mr. Powell donated the farm to the Boy Scouts in 1969, which used it as a regional camp for 15 years. The Scouts sold the land back to the Powell Family Foundation. Then the foundation decided the best use of the property would be to create Kansas City's Botanical Garden. The growth of Powell Gardens over the past 30 years has been made possible by an outpouring of community support. Powell Gardens has grown to 100 cultivated acres and 7 themed gardens. Major fundraising efforts over the years yielded the Visitor Education Center in 1997 and the Heartland Harvest Garden in 2009. Now it's time for another major update to Powell Gardens. Strengthened today to ensure the future, the campaign for Powell Gardens has 2 primary goals. One is growing the endowment. The Powell Family Foundation is matching gifts to the endowment up to $7.5 million. The other goal is enhancing the visitor experience with 2 capital projects totaling $3.5 million. A new entrance garden will make Powell Gardens much more visible from Highway 50 and create a wonderful first impression for guests.
We have property right on 50 Highway at the hilltop, and we were gifted the sheaves of wheat sculpture that used to be on the Kansas City Board of Trade. We have this gorgeous design where the sculpture is over as a gateway, beautiful entrance gardens, excellent signage to let everyone know who we are, where we are, they've arrived, and to really become this grand entrance, this grand attraction that is deserving of this garden, this beautiful place for the community.
The other capital project is the Miller Hammond Chapel Study near the Marjorie Powell Allen Chapel. This provides a place for brides to dress near the chapel.
It is this amenity that the Gardens has needed for a long time to support the chapel, which is a huge draw for many weddings and memorial services. So the chapel study will sit at the top of the trail, and it has 2 separate dressing rooms with a community room in the center, and it overlooks the lake. And so it's this gathering place, right, for these rites of passage, these very important moments in everyone's life.
Caring for Powell Gardens takes a small army of staff and volunteers. Bruce Monk's love of nature and gardening led him to get involved with Powell Gardens. We caught up with him talking about a new playhouse in the children's garden.
One of the things I suggest having 2 doors too, because
okay.
that makes it, you have more of a flow, and it's more, it just seemed more inviting that way.
Okay.
Too. So I just a thought.
No, I think that's great. I'm so excited about getting this project. I've been wanting this to be, something better than it is. I want to hang out in there. So,
well, I think,
but I'd like it to be a little nicer.
I think that this was more attractive.
A botanical garden is constantly evolving. Kunso Kim joined Powell Gardens as Vice President of Gardens in early 2018.
Yeah, my vision is Powell Garden to be a center for education for every walks of life, for all ages, coming here to learn about the wonder of a plant world. We have incredible collections: magnolias, dogwood, milkweed, and wonderful themed gardens.
When you donate to the campaign for Powell Gardens, you become a partner in the evolution of this beautiful place. You also protect endangered plants.
There are several plants that are host for the monarch butterfly, and milkweeds is one of their favorites, and they attract a lot of butterflies, monarch particular, and we do have a butterfly festival coming soon, and we're going to show a lot of plants, of course, beautiful butterflies from the region as well as the tropical world. I think it's very important to show them the beautiful butterflies, but also teach them how important it is to protect the plant so that butterfly can survive. Without these plants that are host for the butterflies, butterfly couldn't exist.
Kunso also points out the importance of protecting prairie lands and the wetlands at Powell Gardens. He reminds us everything we eat comes from plants. Our shelter comes from plants. Clean air comes from plants. Strengthening today to ensure the future of Powell Gardens is a must for so many reasons.
We want to call the community together to support us in this campaign, understanding that we are that treasure and that the Powell family started this legacy, but this is a gift to the community to be cared for by the community.
Whatever your season of life, there is a way for you to support Powell Gardens. Your gift plants seeds for building a beautiful future.